Today we're going to look at why the Leatherman Wave is one of the best-selling multi-tools of all time. I'm going to share with you 5 reasons on why it's going to be perfect for you and 2 reasons why it might not. Look at that multi-tool goodness. Now we are looking at the Leatherman Wave Plus. Now the Plus means that it has now replaceable teeth. Older versions of the Leatherman Wave only came with standardized teeth that if you ever damaged them because you overused the teeth, you basically had to send them back to Leatherman and maybe they could mill them out, and if not, then you're kind of out of luck. And this is their best-selling design that they have made, and you know, they've made tons over the years and have several in production now. And there's a reason for that, and so I want to share those reasons with you so that you can better understand the value of the Leatherman Wave and whether or not it's going to be the right tool for your everyday carry systems. They have given you the ability, without having to open your tool, to get access to 4 different blades. Basically, a fully serrated safety knife, a full fine edge, wood saw, and file. Plus, with a little bit of elbow grease, being able to get to the pliers one-handed. You just got to work it in a little bit. Most other multi-tools are going to require you to have to use 2 hands to open the multi-tool and then get inside to get to a lot of those features that I just shared with you. Number 2, every tool on the Leatherman has a really good purpose. Well, maybe not all of them. I'll be honest, I don't know why they give you that little tiny mini flathead Phillips head screwdriver. Maybe if you have glasses or like to work on watches a lot, it makes a lot of sense. But every other tool, including the scissors, flathead screwdriver, and possible pry tool. Just don't pry too hard. Can opener, bottle opener, and flathead or Phillips head bit kit. Every single tool on here has a fantastic function, and I've never sat there and asked myself, man, I wish that the Wave had this particular tool on it and it's missing a particular function that I am looking for. Today we have the Supertool 300 from Leatherman. Now this has been around for a while. This is nothing new to the market, and this is kind of in their pretty staple bread and butter line, if you will, over there at Leatherman. You know, they've had this out on the market for quite a while. I was able to pick this up for a screaming deal at Walmart, about half off. Now it is USA made, which is always awesome to see USA made quality and USA made tools. This is made out of 420 high carbon and 154 cm, depending on what parts of the tool we're looking at. Most of it's 420, and then the teeth on the pliers are 154 cm. Now, the weight without the sheath, just the tool itself, on my scale is 10.1 ounces. With the nylon sheath, it is 11 ounces even. So that's the weight. So it's definitely a heavier, beefier tool for sure. And then what we're looking at in dimensions when it's all closed up like this, we're looking at 4.5 inches long. We are looking at 3/4 of an inch wide, and we're looking at an inch, 1.3 inches on the width from side to side. So those are just a few of the basic dimensions when we're looking at the Supertool from Leatherman. All right, folks, let's go ahead and look at the locking mechanism on this multi-tool. Every single tool on this multi-tool has the locking feature, which is great, so the item's not going to collapse on you. And it's very similar to, think of a lock back design basically on any pocket knife like a Buck or a Cold Steel. So this is the locking mechanism right there. You can see it's got some nice ribbing right there, jimping if you will, that I can push down. It's got a spring loaded in the sense that there's another piece of steel that's been cut out here to give it some resistance. You can see in there it flexing and the little tooth moving in and out. So basically how this works very simply is you would pull out your blade that you're ready to use. You can see there that it's flexing, the lock kicks into place. Now it's very solidly locked. I'm pushing down really hard on it. It's not collapsing, and it's really locked into place. Then I would collapse this up and begin to use.
This is my review of the Leatherman Rebar 4 years in. It's still my only multi-tool that I use on a regular basis. It's performed very well over the years. So if you're thinking of getting one, here's some key points that will hopefully persuade you to get one. I think they were released in 2012, however still as good as they were back then. So starting at the top then, got needle nose pliers. I don't know if you can see, but it closes absolutely perfectly at the end. You can get even tiny things with those. Moving down slightly into the larger teeth in here, you've got slightly less teeth than you would on a larger tool, but it is a medium-sized tool. so you can get most things with those. Moving now slightly into the premium, they call it, replaceable wire cutters. This is one of the best parts about the Rebar, is that you can replace using that star screw in there. For a tool this size, that's quite unheard of, and you can go to Leatherman to get some new blades put on them. They are 154 stainless steel, I believe. I've never had to change them, they're nice and sharp, and they've seen reasonable use. And then further down they've got another little recess, which they call the hard wire cutters. So you can jam things in there and you get good leverage with it as well. It's only 4 inches the tool in total, but you can get some good leverage on that. And so very impressed with the nose pliers. They haven't shifted at all, very solid. You can see on the outside of the tool, we've got the rulers, we've got centimetres and inches. Now if you're using the tool like this, I think you've lost the plot personally, but it does give you 19 centimetres and 8 inches, and that's from end to end. So I don't personally use it, but you might. So opening the tool up then, gives you a nice click into place, and now that's solid. Going on to the first side, picking up a serrated blade, you pull all the way out to the end, and it clicks in, and now that's solid. What I like to do is use it like this, and that gives us the most usage of the blade. If you fold it all the way together like this, that tends to get in the way a bit, but nice blade, easy to get out and locks nicely. And to get it back in nice and easy, press on the end, and by minding your fingers, folds all the way back in. So what else we've got on this side? We've got a screwdriver that's really nice, long shaft, which the Leatherman are famous for. It's precision machine, locks in nicely. I think it's about a 2 on the crosshead there. Use that quite a lot, no problems at all. And to put it back in, simply on there.
Today we are going to be doing another EDC review. This time it's going to be one of my everyday carries here. It is my Multitool. This is a Leatherman Wingman, and we'll get into a little more detailed review here, tabletop top down, so you can kind of see what's in it. But I will go over why I think this is the perfect everyday carry multi-tool. So stay tuned. Thank you. Alright, so here we go. So here is the, as I said, the Leatherman, I don't know if that's going to focus in, the Leatherman Wingman. And the reason that I really like this, and I feel like this is just the, for the everyday person, the best everyday carry multi-tool. So it comes with the pocket clip, and it's a fairly deep pocket clip, which is actually secured with the star bit right there. And one of the things I really like about this is with it closed, you have the knife, and the knife is serrated. Half the blade, and then half the blade is just a straight blade. And this thing is super, super sharp. Cuts through rope really well, cuts through everything else really well. The other quick piece on here, and I don't know if many people will find this the most useful. I find it amazingly useful. I mean, it comes in very handy for a lot of stuff, is just a really nice pair of scissors. And I mean, as you can see, they have the nice force against them, so they stay open, you push, and they make a really nice cut.
Normally, I don't have a whole lot that I try to put in my pockets, so showing my EDC or everyday carry wouldn't be too exciting. Besides my phone, wallet, and keys when necessary, I usually don't cram much else in my pockets. But there is one thing that I have been carrying for the last 4 years, the Leatherman Skeletool. It's a combination of 7 different tools that can still fit in my pocket without being too bulky. Let's check it out. Thanks for watching 9 to 5 Toys. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Hi, this is Jordan with 9 to 5 Toys. When I was looking for a knife to carry every day, I did some looking and came across the Skeletool. What I liked about it was that it had a nice blade and some other features built in, but wasn't as massive as most of the other Leatherman multi-tools. I bought the Skeletool in May of 2015, and it has been with me almost every day since, as my pants can attest to. These are my last pair of Levi 511s, and as you can tell, there's a pretty well-worn spot in the front right pocket, dedicated to the Skeletool. Being a Leatherman multi-tool, the Skeletool is 7 tools in one. 3 of those functions are built into the nose. We have the needle nose pliers, regular pliers, wire and hard wire cutters, a 420 HC combo knife, carabiner/bottle opener, and a bit driver with a slot to hold additional bits. What I love about that combination of tools is that it's the perfect assortment of utility for carrying every day without being too bulky.